Hey, welcome back. Today, I want to talk about something that's a particular challenge for me, and that is memorization. Getting things off the paper or off the computer or however it is you put information into your head, and just get it down in there, get it memorized. Um, like I said, this has been a particular challenge for me. I think I've gone through phases where I realized that I'm sort of addicted to the paper, and I haven't actually done the work to get it off. And it's a huge difference. I mean, I know that there's some musicians who just will always be reading something or using a music stand, and I don't want to be that guy. And I think for the kind of music that I do, I can't be that guy. So, whether it's a new tune or a new idea, a new chord, whatever it is, the sooner it's completely digested, then I can really kind of use it and kind of put it in my palette of paints, as it were. So, like I said, it's always been a challenge for me. I know that for me, I can somehow put a piece of music on a piece of paper that I'm working on. Maybe it's a new arrangement, because I do often start with a piece of paper, and then I'll sort of get in the habit of reading it top to bottom. And then after a while, I realize, now in the old days, I realized, my gosh, I've been doing this for months. I still don't know this tune. And then one day it finally hits you. You're like, oh, I should just, wean myself off the paper and really digest it. And then you realize, wow, I memorized that whole tune in 30 minutes. As I've gotten older and, I'm a little bit smarter, I realize I just start that process from the beginning and just try to really, when I am using paper, to really kind of wean myself off. And there's times when I have a lot of stuff going that there's actually like a little stack of papers, but it's really high on my list of things to do is to get that down to zero. And it's always a great day if I'm working on a new project or something and there's a stack of 8 papers, and over the course of a week, it's like, I'm at zero, I'm off the paper again. I just feel really passionately that that's when you can really, be the part, for want of a better term. I guess I'm thinking about, like, if, not that I know anything about acting, but I wouldn't personally pay $20 to go to a play where all the actors were walking around with the script in their hand. I want them to have memorized it so they can really be the part. And for me, it's the same thing with the tunes that I'm learning. And so I want to get to that point as quick as possible. So that's the challenge for the day. Think about what you have on your music stand that you could maybe try, figure out, are you stuck? Are you just sort of reading it from top to bottom every day and it's slowly sinking in? Or is it time to just say, okay, today's the day, I'm going to just try to digest this. Now, obviously, if it's this big, long thing, it's really complicated. That's hard. Some of us memorize better than others. I don't memorize well. But, if it's let's say it's a fiddle tune or something, if it's, a 16-bar thing, I mean, you could probably do it in a day or less. The thing is, I think, is to maybe have it there in front of you and just kind of do as much as you can, and then look when you have to, and then look away, and don't be afraid to make mistakes, take risks, and play slow, everything we've talked about already. But just kind of wean yourself off and just get off it as quick as you can. I was going to probably do a separate episode, if that's the right word, on just learning by ear, but maybe I'll just sort of stitch that in here, because I think that goes hand in hand too. I think whenever possible, learning something by ear is probably preferable. I found personally that if I learn a new tune off a piece of paper, even after I've memorized it, it seems to not stick as well as something that maybe I just learned by ear. I mean, in some ways it's easier said than done. You don't want to always have access to recordings of everything, or the way you want to hear them, or on a guitar or something. But, is where you can just sort of find sheet music for anything nowadays in a click of a mouse. But, try to learn things by ear. If maybe there's a new song you're trying to figure out, maybe it's a Led Zeppelin riff or something. I know it's just so tempting to just click on the mouse and boom, it's written out in color-coded tablature for you, and someone really nice explaining it to you slowly. But see if you can just challenge yourself to do it the old-fashioned way. Get out a record. If you got to slow it down, that's cool. Totally cool. I do that all the time. But, try to not do that and just play along with it and know that the first 10 times you're going to feel like an idiot or whatever, but eventually you're going to figure it out. And I think you'll notice that when you figure out something that way, that it's like you won't play it for 5 years and then someone will say, hey, can you play Kashmir? Yes, I can. Like you just file it away somewhere different. So I'll summarize by saying, I guess this is 2 challenges in one. Try to learn things by ear and memorize them bit by bit. And then with the paper that you have, try to learn that stuff. But get off the paper and just get things internalized so that you can really get more to that place where you're, listening to the right hand and thinking about your tone and your time and stuff more than just kind of reading line by line. All right. That's all I know today.